The buy rounds have finally arrived, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully, you're doing well and hopefully, your teams are set up really well over the next 4 weeks here of fantasy football. Today, we're just going to go through what my team looks like going into the first buy round here and what we're looking like moving forward. And I'll go through sort of my trade options for you guys to see if you are also struggling with some similar decisions, what you could do potentially. So, welcome in. The main thing for me today, guys, is the Rat King has lived. Rory Atkins, I thought he was going to get dropped. He was part of my trade plans earlier in the week in the video that we dropped on Monday. As you can see, in the middle of my defense, he is smack bang in there once again. He has a 70-odd break even. I'm actually not I won't be too disappointed if he falls a bit short of that break even. He's someone who's probably going to come out of my side coming into round 14 after his bye next week, or potentially next week, depending on how the team lines up. But I'm just very keen to keep him in the side because he keeps another green dot in the team this week when I'm actually struggling a little bit with the buy rounds. I'm going to go straight into my trades because I want to talk you through some of them. So we've gone with Oyston Mullen. He's the most traded in player this week. Obviously, 220 odd K defender who's likely to play a bit of footy because Geelong's injuries, particularly in defence, are quite substantial. And he has that really good buy next week. So we can cover him with a Wilmot or with a Cincotta next week, hopefully. And then we can kind of play him through the rest of the buys. I've gone with Fiorini, mainly because you can probably tell that I needed the money, but he does have 104 break even. There's no way he gets anywhere near 104 points against Adelaide. He's going to have a similar role as he did last week, where he's going to be on that wing. I think he's probably got 1 week left in him anyway. That Brandon Ellis is close to coming back. Lockie Weller's close to coming back. The Suns will be doing a bit of a reshift. I still wanted to get someone in on that round 13 buy. So I've been aggressive here, and I've gone with Will Ashcroft to Matty Rowell. I really like Matt Rowell. I did have him in my side earlier in the year, and then I had to make some money, and I made some moves, and I took a gamble which went against me with bringing in Mason Wood. And it's ironic that this week I'm also getting rid of Mason Wood for Rory Laird. So I'm bringing in two guys who are actually playing each other this week. Both have really good ability to score well, and they're going to tackle a lot. And that's what I'm starting to look for. I'm starting to look for other ways to get scores from my players in my team. So I'm very excited to... And I feel like those two upgrades really do leave me in a good position in my midfield. I need your guys' help, though, around what we're going to do in the next couple of weeks, because I need to keep making cash because I've only got about 30 odd grand in the bank, I reckon. What have I got? 38K in the bank. We need to move from this 56,000 ranking. So I'm trying to get aggressive, especially during the buys, to be able to do that. So we're sitting with 19 green dots on the field this week. In defense, I'm actually really happy with that defense. Mullen showed that he's capable of scoring last week with a 50 odd. If he can just keep pumping out 50 odds, he'll be fine. Break even of 5. We know he's going to make us a lot of money. Bailey Dale, again, Geelong have only brought in The Bulldogs have only brought in Adam Treloar this week. So his role should be very similar. I'm hoping that being in Marvel, because they're playing a lot of games at Marvel, I believe. Let's just have a quick look at their fixtures. So they go Marvel all the way up and through the bye. Pardon me. They go all the way through to round, 18, and then round 22 with just playing at Marvel. So I'm hoping that dry conditions there under the roof will be fine, and hopefully he can get some more marks because that's what he needs to score well. Dacos, Dawson, we know that they're elite players in the game at the moment. And then Rory Atkins, I'm just praying for a 7. If he can get to 70 and if he can maintain his break even of 78, then I'll be absolutely laughing. But he's definitely in the trade plans. He's done what he's needed to do. I just felt he's more likely to lose less money than Fiorini, which is why. And I needed the money to get Rowell and Laird in. Midfield-wise, Noah Long, obviously, we need to move him on his buy. But Merritt, Green, Taranto, Laird, Rowell, very strong. This is where I need help with you guys. I need you guys to help me out in my midfield because it is a little bit weak. And I've kind of sacrificed my midfield a little bit, which is why I've gone after two big boys this week and upgraded two of those 700k guys into real premiums in Rowell and Laird. Wardlaw, happy for him to sit there. So between Johnson, Sharp, Long, Cincotta, we got to turn probably two of those into premium. So whether we downgrade two and upgrade two, that's probably what I need to do. But we'll do that going into round 14 with, say, maybe some 800k midfielders and try and make enough money to be able to do that. Rucks, happy to ride them all the way through. English and Marshall, no issue there whatsoever. And in my forward line, I'm actually quite happy with Dunkley, Sheasel, Rosie, Butters, Goulden. Don't really have any intention of moving any of those guys on, even during their buys. I just want to try and hold them. And then Pedler with 490k on his head as well. On my bench, though, we've got Darcy Wilmot, Sharp, Johnson, really the only ones that are in there with any real money on their heads as well. So I'm at that point where I'm more than open to suggestions from you guys in the comments around what we should do with the team moving forward. The buy structure, round 15, we're going to struggle a little bit, but I'm looking at a few options there already. Let me know in the comments what you would do next week. I'm thinking about making it a real cash generation week, and we might even downgrade 3 options of Long, Sharp, and Wilmot, and really get some 3 green dots in that are going to play as well, but also hopefully around that 200k bracket to try and make 500, 600k hopefully, and then we can put that onto some players in round, what would be 14 there, and have the team really set up well for 14 and 15. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I will keep you guys updated over Twitter how we go over the weekend, or in Discord, which should be in the description there. Have a great weekend. Get your questions in, and I'll see you guys very, very shortly for another video here around our AFL Fantasy adventure.